Hey guys, my name is Deanna Rogers, and I'm going to talk to you about my paper that I wrote about racism and segregation in fraternities and sororities. My cousin Rome was rejected from a fraternity at the University of Utah, and that's down in the South in case you didn't know. Another person who was pledging with him told him that it had something to do with him being black. I couldn't believe it. I remember when my dad was telling me something about it when I was younger, and I couldn't believe it then either. But that was because I didn't really understand the problem. Apparently, the other pledge told him that the frat leaders didn't particularly like black kids. I don't know if you guys pay attention, but even on our campus, the Greeks don't mix very well. Do you notice that most of them are generally one race or ethnicity? I actually noticed this when I went to the step show. There are black frats and black sororities and white frats and white sororities and even some Hispanic frats and sororities. I know that different Greeks stand for different things, but the question is, does race affect anything? Personally, I've been alive long enough to in fact know that there is some truth to this. When I was younger, I went to a predominantly white elementary school. When I left there, I went to a predominantly black middle school. The first day I got there, I saw the kids were pointing and laughing and whispering when I talked. I later found out that I was criticized for acting white. It turns out that there was an article that was discussing that problem in particular. It was called Black Won Collegians at Rural Predominantly White Institutions. In it, I read that there were, in fact, perceptions of kids acting white. Me, going through the same exact problem, confirmed that it was indeed a problem. It shows the hostility between the two races. Segregation and racism in Greeks wouldn't be such a problem if there weren't laws against them. But there are, and the fact that it has carried on to college is outrageous. I'm sure we all remember the acts of Martin Luther King Jr. and Rosa Parks. They acted against this problem exactly. And with followers, they seem to fix the issue. What was the point in that if we let it come back just a little more camouflaged than Greek letter organizations? And saying that, I mean, there was no reason for them to go through everything that they went through to get the laws passed and to get the things noticed that needed to be noticed. If we're just going to let people in colleges choose who get to be in the sororities and frats. Rome was just one case that I'm sure of, but trust, if you look, I'm sure you can and will find more. We can't let the old America creep back into the present. That would actually be un-American of us. Students are free to express themselves in all ways, right? We have freedom of speech laws and things that protect our rights, or things that we're allowed to do because we have the right to do them. Even if it is in the form of fraternities and sororities, the field shouldn't be limited. You should be able to be around whoever you want to be around, especially in college when you're considered to be an adult, right? When we let people choose who get to go where, it becomes a problem because we have rights to these things. Hopefully this helped in arguing the fact that racism and segregation in fraternities and sororities should be against the law. Maybe not exactly against the law, but it shouldn't be allowed. People shouldn't be able to choose. Thank you for listening. I hope you enjoyed the presentation.